This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is finally complete. My LeBron James build is finally badged out. All the animations that I like, he is finished. I'm one of the few people that did not do the badge glitch. So getting these badges took a lot of time, and I didn't want to give you the full badge and animation breakdown before I actually got to test it out. So it's finally here. I asked for 12,000 likes on my last video. You guys crushed that easily. So if we could do the same on this video, get this one to 12,000 likes, I would appreciate it. But here we go. All my animations, my jump shot, my badges, everything for my LeBron James build. This is the video that you guys wanted. So here it is. Let's get right into it. So as you can see, completely badged out. Every single badge upgrade unlocked. 61 badge upgrades on this player, man. And we got all of them. It took a lot of time, but we finally got them. So let's get right into it. I run Acrobat, Back Down Punisher, Contact Finisher, Drop Stepper, and Fancy Footwork all on Hall of Fame, and then Silver Lob City Finisher. Now, Back Down Punisher, you might ask why. I go in the post a decent amount on this build, and check out what it does. Look at just straight body this dude to the floor. Obviously, the defense helps, so I kick it out for the 3. But Back Down Punisher and Drop Stepper are really good in the post, but it depends on the game mode. I switch this around sometimes. So, for example, if I'm going to be, catching a lot of lobs, like if I'm playing Rec or something, sometimes I'll throw on Lob City Finisher Hall of Fame and drop my Back Down and my Drop Stepper to gold. I'll play with it a little bit, but for the most part, I keep these badges Hall of Fame. Definitely Acrobat, Fancy Footwork, and Contact Finisher are always Hall of Fame. I'll mess around with the others, but this is basically my base setup, and then I'll tweak it from there. All right. Now shooting, this really depends on the game mode I'm playing, but for the most part, my base setup is right here. Gold Quick Draw, Green Machine, Hot Zone Hunter, Range Extender, and then Bronze Catch and Shoot. But if I know I'm going to be playing in the post a lot more, what I might do is take off Catch and Shoot, drop Range Extender down, maybe put up deep fades to like Silver. I'll maybe drop Hot Zone Hunter to Silver, throw on Difficult Shots. That's if I know I'm going to be shooting a lot of post fades. It really depends on the game mode, but my base setup, like I said, is having those 4 badges gold, because to me those are the best shooting badges you're gonna have, and then the Bronze Catch and Shoot just to help me out a little. So those are my 13 badge upgrades. Like I said, I'll tweak it depending on the game mode, but that's my base setup. Playmaking Badges, now this can change just like the other 2, but for the most part I usually run Dimer Hall of Fame. Some people prefer Floor General and think it's better. I don't know. I hear both arguments. Both badges are really good, but recently I've been going with Dimer, so I'll put that on here for this video. Now, the debate also between Space Creator and Ankle Breaker. For me, Space Creator gets me way more ankles. Like off of, if I do a hop step, I'll get an Ankle Breaker pretty consistently with Hall of Fame Space Creator. Having Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker, I really don't feel that big of a, it doesn't really help me that much. Now, Quick First Step and Stop and Go Hall of Fame are an absolute must. The hesitations are crazy on this build. You guys have seen the blow-by animations that I get. Now, Post Spin Technician, I run Hall of Fame because I post up a lot. But if I know I'm not going to be playing in the post, I might take it off and put it on Floor General. Then I have Dimer and Floor General Hall of Fame. But for the most part, I'm playing in the post a lot of the time against smaller guards, so I keep that on Hall of Fame post spin. And then I have Needle Threader on Bronze just because I feel like, it helps me not get as many turnovers on passes when I throw dots and whatnot. I get 1 defensive badge. I usually run it on Clamps, okay? But I might sometimes put it on Rebound Chaser just to help get a couple more rebounds because I wasn't able to upgrade my rebounding attributes. Or I might put it on Intimidator just to help me, make the opponent miss more shots. But for the most part, I put it on Clamps. Now let's get right into the animations. Now it took me a while to find a jump shot that I actually liked. Especially since I have such a low 3-point rating, it's tough to shoot, especially when you don't have your badges. But the jump shot that you guys have seen for the last maybe 5 or 6 LeBron videos is the jump shot that I feel like I'm going to stick with. I might change it in the jump shot creator, but I'm always going to be using this base unless they really patch it. Now this jump shot is Jump Shot 38. You guys have probably heard of it. It was so overpowered that 2K had to patch it. They brought down the make percentage, I believe, by like a couple percent, but it's still a really good jump shot in terms of the make percentage, green percentage, and the speed of the shot is what does it for me. A lot of the other jump shots just felt so slow, especially because I could only get gold quick draw. But this jump shot feels like a great speed for my liking. Maybe not for yours, but for me, I'm still rocking the Jump Shot 38. Even after the patch to it, to me, it still feels really good. My free throw, I use LeBron James. Just that's my preference. You guys use obviously whatever you like, but it also makes it feel more authentic because it's a LeBron build. Dribble Pull-Up, I use normal 4. This is what I used last year on my stretch big. Still a pretty common one. A lot of people went to Steph Curry, but I just like the fact that like he creates a lot of space. See how like he drifts? When you shoot, you know, with a right hand going to the right side, he drifts to the side a lot. Now, normal 4 spin jumper, you see how he goes to the side on this? This is what I really like. If the big is low and I get the guard kind of behind me, I can just do this and spin between them and shoot it, you know, kind of like an elbow spin jumper. It works really nicely. I like it. Now, for the hop jumper, I use 21. Some people like Steph Curry because it creates more space. But for me, I kind of use this as a move in the mid-range to hop back and then speed boost out of it to get to the basket. And 21 is a lot faster than Steph Curry, which is why I prefer to have 21 on as opposed to the Steph. Okay, now onto the post animations. These are big for me because I do play in the post against smaller guards a lot. I'll use my size against them. Fade number 3 for me is the best one just because it creates space. That step he takes before he shoots the fadeaway creates a lot of room, especially if you're playing against a smaller guy with max wingspan. Like, it's gonna be really tough for him to get a good contest if you're using fade number 3. Hook, I use hook 4. I don't really shoot hook shots with this guy. You guys know I'm my center. You know, I kind of go to the sky hook a lot of the times. I made a whole video on, you know, deep hooks. But I don't really shoot hooks on my LeBron build that often. Hop shot 10, I don't really go to the hop shot that often either. Usually I'm trying to use my strength against the smaller guard, as you guys saw with that back down punisher and my drop stepper, post spin, all that. Shimmy fade 7. I don't go to it that often, but I do like the way it looks. Like, you know, it gives a little rock of the shoulders, kind of like a la like Kevin Garnett post fade back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that, but and then shimmy fade 2, I mean shimmy hook 2, I'm sorry, I don't really go to the shimmy hook at all, if I'm being honest. Now, dribble styles, I use LeBron James. Some people like the quick one, I think it's called, and I've tried a couple out on my guard, but on this build, I like LeBron just because it makes it look like LeBron. The size up, I use Kobe, and you see all the stuff, like the crosses and all this stuff. Really, all you need out of the Kobe size up is that first between the legs that he did. You can like spam that and speed boost out of it, and it's super effective this year, especially on this build. The way you get blow by animations, it's really, really effective. But yeah, all this extra stuff you don't need. All you need is that between the legs right there. You can spam that and speed boost out of it. So then moving crossover, I use Pro 2. I like this because the crossover is decent, but I like the between the legs and comboing out of the between the legs. That's what's big for me. Pro 3 behind the back. I think a lot of people are using Pro 5 this year. On my guard, I use Pro 5 because it kind of goes more to the side. But on this build, I'm looking to get to the basket, so I want the most direct route from, you know, north-south. I'm not trying to go east and west, so I use Pro 3. The spin, Pro 4, I like the little spin back right there. I'll do that spin back and then shoot the 3 off of it. So I like the Pro 4 spin. I know some people are using Basic 1 this year, but I prefer the Pro 4. The Hezi, this is important for your stop and go and your quick first step badge. I use Pro 4 because I'm used to it. You know, the little LT, like, Hezi move they've added this year, it's really good with Pro 4. And then triple threat style, I use normal 2. I just like how he holds the ball really low, and I like the jab steps out of this and the, you know, the blow bys I get off of it. Now, my dunk packages, I keep these as simple as possible when I'm trying to like go sweat mode. If I'm trying to entertain, I have other packages I put on. But if I'm actually trying to win the game, like I'm going sweaty, this is what I would use. I would use long athlete layup. And then I only have 4 dunk packages. Quick drops off 1, baseline reverses off 1. A lot of people don't put on a reverse dunk package. You need it. If you drive baseline and the guy comes over, you can go to the reverse and it's going to be an easy dunk as opposed to having to go up against the big man. So make sure you have a reverse dunk on. I use quick drops off 2 and then straight arm tomahawks. Straight arm tomahawks, in my opinion, is the best dunk package in the game. It's just it's explosive and it's fast. Like that right there. It's direct, it's straight at the basket, doesn't waste any time. It's really tough to block. All right, now, like I said, I have other ones I could put on, like Jordan Kilgannon, like LeBron, cradle dunks. But if I'm trying to play sweaty, I'm only using those 4 dunk packages because I don't want to get blocked. Now, most of the time, I'm not playing sweaty. I'm enjoying myself. So I'm going to put on any dunk package I want. Windmills, 360s, all that stuff. But if I'm going sweaty, those are the ones I'm using. Now, obviously, pro and elite alley-oops. Pro, elite, and small contact dunks, I keep all of them on just because I want to see all the animations I possibly can, you know what I mean? So that's what I use there. In terms of park dunks and park layups, I take those off. I mean, you can put them on if you want to enjoy yourselves, but if you're not trying to get blocked, I wouldn't put them on because they do waste a lot of time. There you have it. I try not to drag this out too long. I tried to run right through it, give you the reason for every animation and every badge, and that's what I'm using. Now, obviously, things might change as the year goes on, and we find out different things that are working, but for now, this is what I'm using, man. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. This has been my LeBron James full build breakdown, badges, jump shot, animation, signature styles, everything. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm out. Peace.